moves. Anyhow. Anyhow, what was I going to say? UFOs. Hey Christian, what's your opinion on UFOs? Do you believe in UFOs? Well, I believe in unidentified flying objects because my sight's not too good. There's all kinds of things flying that I can't make out what it is. I can't identify it. So I believe in UFOs. Do I believe in aliens, extraterrestrials, and other life forms? As a Christian, other races, so to speak. Actually, I'm going to say yes. But we'll probably disagree on the origins. I believe there are ghosts. I believe there are aliens, as we might call them, extraterrestrials. Hell, there's probably Bigfoot. I believe there's all kinds of paranormal. When I say I can accept the fact that there's probably to some extent these things are true, spirit beings or something from far away or whatever. And it's someone say, oh, this is a typical response for a Christian. I put them all under the umbrella. I should remember the verse, but we have a Prince of the Air, AIR. We also have a ruler of this world, who's 24/7 out to harvest our souls, you might say. And I believe all these things are with him. Mostly operating as a distraction, keeping people from getting close to the gospel, getting close to the truth. I believe there are women that are card readers that'll actually probably bring up stuff that they shouldn't know about you. And they're getting their information from this. They say that the devil was kicked out of heaven and took a third of the angels with him. Chances are it's a pretty good sized crew. I believe there's all kinds, like I said, paranormal, far out, spiritual stuff, all this. I believe if it has any effect of any kind, it's probably all falls under the umbrella of evil. And once again, a distraction. So do I believe there's aliens or something like that? Yeah, I do. And I assume who they're working for. God created everything. Jesus named it. But God created it. So whatever we're dealing with, he knows the inventory. But there are people that hear about this stuff and say, wait a minute, this isn't mentioned in the Bible, or we have nothing to explain this. Well, maybe the gospel isn't true, and oh my gosh, and go off on a tangent. Maybe everything we know is a lie, and well, that's a win for the evil one if you fall into that territory. At the end of the day, I know the origin. Everything comes from him. Like I said, he knows the complete inventory of what's out there. Not my problem. The another aspect, though, as far as the whole UFO and all this stuff, is I think it makes a great psyop, they call it, false flag or whatever. They've realized now in the past couple of years that they can roll out a pandemic in about 48 hours, making it easy to alter an election or just to control people one way or the other. And now that's a great little tool in their toolkit, their tool belt. The UFO thing, I mean, if you listen to Rogan, God, he so wants this to be true. Although he did say it seems like a false flag. But a lot of people that want this to be true. The UFO thing, I think, is really, anytime our government offers up freely one of their secrets, or someone comes out like a quote-unquote whistleblower or whatever, and it's just a distraction. Hey, look over here in my left hand while I fondle your wallet with my right. Okay? When there's going to be another pandemic. We'll probably get something bombed off the coast. They'll blame it on the Ruskies. We're going to have UFOs and aliens coming out of the sky. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're getting fleeced. That's what I think this is. But somebody asked me as a Christian, what do you think of this stuff? That's what I think. I think it's nothing. Evil has a lot of tools available to them, and they're ready to use them all. And then same works for the government. I think it's just as far as the government, this will be just something else they're going to use to cover up something else. Look over here while they do it over here, and that sort of thing. Another thing too that I find, I have to get used to this because I'm old now. All these things they're talking about as far as UFOs and reverse engineering the craft, and there's bodies and all this stuff. This all came out in the 90s. I listened to Art Bell for a decade. I worked late nights listening to Art Bell. This is old stuff. But just like every movie that comes out, the kids are all, oh, it's a great movie. Then if you see it, it's like, no, this is a repeat of that one they had in the 80s. This is they're not even telling new stories. These are just old stories being rehashed for a purpose. So all this UFO stuff, this is old news. This doesn't excite me at all. I mean, Bob Lazar's been around forever. I've known about him. I listened to him on the radio back in Art Bell days. So it's it's just amazing how it's all new and shiny. But UFOs, yeah, there's a lot of things I can't identify without my glasses. Aliens or whatever, yeah, they're all working for the same evil one. It's my opinion. But at the end of the day, this is all just another distraction. Anyhow, love you, God bless.